He has the attributes of speech, hearing, seeing, will, knowledge, power, and life. The reports of revelation have come down to confirm this. Okay, so life is the attribute of God that, from our standpoint, is the primary one. Because for God to choose, for God to know, for God to will, and to have power, he must be a living God. He is not a nature. He is not a force. He is not something abstract in creation. He is a living, personal God. Everything in creation is alive. And that's not just an intellectual belief, that's also a belief that is borne out in the Quran and in the Hadith. The Quran speaks of everything in the heavens and the earth glorifying God. And the Quran tells us, for example, that the mountain, if you stand on it and you're a saint, you believe in Allah, the mountain is very proud that you are standing on it. And it even boasts to the other mountains that I have a saint on me. Okay, and these are not to be taken lightly. These are really powerful truths. They're powerful truths. The whales of the sea pray for the believing scholar, the scholar who practices what he or she knows, and they cry when he dies. That's amazing. So therefore, we believe, at least I believe, but it's not obligatory for you to believe, that everything in creation also is alive. We say, is there life in outer space? Is there death anywhere? Is there absence of life anywhere? You know, but what they mean to say is, are there Martians out there? Right? But the atom is alive, and the atom praises God, and it glorifies God. And the molecule, the cell, the rocks, the water, they all glorify God. So life is the primary attribute. Then after that comes knowledge, and knowledge is related to creation and existence, to creation and to non-creation that would have been possible had God wanted to create it, and to the nature of existence. So God's knowledge pertains to the knowledge of everything necessary, all axioms, all maxims, all primary truths, all principles, all mathematical truths, all quantitative and qualitative truths, all geometric truths. God knows that. And of course, of the greatest of all things in necessity that he knows is the reality of necessary being, the reality of God himself. God knows God. You get closer and closer and closer in this life and the world, but you will never fathom him. You just get filled more and more and more. But he knows that. He knows all that is necessary. He knows all that is possible. When we say that he knows all that is possible, we mean that he knows everything that pertains to the created world, and to the world that was not created but could have been created, which is infinitely greater than the created world. For every leaf, there is an infinite set of other leaves that could have been created in its place, and non-leaves as well. So he knows all of that. And there is nothing that you can imagine that God does not know from before creation, before time and place, pre-existently. So for example, today, the film industry developed these incredible special effects. Right? When you go back and see how they began to develop with Godzilla and things like that, they're sort of laughable, right? But today, they're like really real. And so you see Star Wars, and you see The Lord of the Rings, and The Golden Compass, and Harry Potter, and that's about as many movies as I've ever watched. But you could go on, right? And there is nothing in those movies or the special effects that was not known to God before the creation of the heavens and the earth. If he had willed to create the world of the Golden Compass, where people's souls walk outside their bodies, he had the power to do that. He created it as a movie in certain people's minds to be produced in this century, but it is not anything new. Everything we discover was already known to him from before the beginning. Okay, so all things possible. And then all things impossible, such as the existence of 2 gods or 3 gods or a Greek pantheon or a Hindu pantheon, and all of the notions that they have and all of the impossibilities, all of that is known to him, Azza wa Jal. And his knowledge manifests that absolutely in one manifestation that befits his perfect being.